Hello everyone, I'm Tatiana Antonelli and we're here today to launch a special series of Forward Talks by Goumbook. We're launching the Climate Leaders Rising Up to COP28 special series of 10 episodes. I'm here today with my old friend Roberta Calarese, the founder at Ghaya, a strategy consultancy aiming at transforming businesses to become a force for good. Hi Roberta.
Hi, Tatiana.
So the main reason I wanted you to be here today for this special announcement is because you've been focusing on leadership with purpose. You come from a corporate world where you've been working for years in banking, in government. How did you leave that and how did you make the switch to really understand the importance of purpose and a leadership led by purpose?
I think there is many questions in that simple question. So I first of all, I left the corporate world because it no longer satisfied my desire to drive impact into the world. And so it was really a personal decision not to be aligned with companies that did not look beyond profitability. And listen, don't get me wrong, profitability is absolutely key and essential. You know, if you don't have profitability, you actually cannot activate the purpose and you cannot contribute value and create impact. Whilst governments are already doing a lot of things to change the world and to improve societies, business has been lagging behind. And I think that it is time that actually business becomes purpose-led. They start to embed purpose at the core of their strategy and governance. They then actually manifest and actualize purpose into the daily actions of how they do business as usual. And then we actually measure the impact that purpose brings on sustainability and long-term value creation. So this is really my zone of genius where I decided to play in.
I like when you say to monitor and to report on the impact of purpose, because this is actually something we can measure and we have data that can prove that purpose-led businesses have a strong impact.
Yes, absolutely. So, for example, we have some data. Harvard has measured the fact that employees who work for purpose-led companies are always double satisfied than employees who work for companies that don't have purpose. They tend to stay 3 times more to help the company achieve their business objectives. So we have EY, who has published a study that shows that companies that are purpose-led and have active purpose within the way they do business actually outperform the stock market by 42%. Deloitte published another paper that says that companies that have purpose have 30% higher innovation. But generally, I think it's just common sense. If you have purpose, you believe in something that is greater than money. I think that drives impact beyond whatever data actually says.
So this new series of Forward Talks will be focusing on climate leaders. How do you see the link between what you were mentioning earlier, purpose and leaders? And how can these enable climate action?
So climate action is number 13 of 17 SDGs created by the United Nations, right? Climate affects everybody. You know, some of the other SDGs are limited to sectors of society, but climate action affects all. Leaders need to connect to purpose. And when you connect to purpose, whether it is individual purpose, company purpose, country purpose, global purpose, if you build it all up, you actually get to wanting to preserve people and planet for all. So that's like one big purpose, right? Leadership is also about capacity. Nobody has the capacity to actually fix all the problems, but everybody has capacity based on what they understand, what they know, what's their passion, what's their inspiration. And so I think that purpose is essential to actually activate climate action because it's believing in the oneness of the system, in believing that we have one planet, one humanity, one weather, and we are all part of the same system. So purpose to me is the oxygen that everybody needs to breathe.
I like that. So what do we need next to design tomorrow for impact?
I think we need 3 things, and I'm going to leave you with this. The first one is to embrace discomfort. The world is not going to be an easy place to live in. And I think we all must absolutely come out of our comfort zones. If we're not outraged, we haven't been paying enough attention. The second one is we need to go beyond tolerance. We must raise the bar to change what we can no longer accept. And we need to also design from a place of love and not from a place of guilt. We need to walk a mile and walk in somebody else's shoes to truly understand their story. Everyone's story matters. We just have to have the humility to listen to it.
So thank you so much, Roberta. It was really a pleasure having you on the show, especially for this announcement episode of the new series, The Climate Leaders Rising Up to COP28. I look forward to interviewing all these leaders and learning from them and learning also about their purpose.
Thank you, Tatiana, for having me.
Thank you.